So apparently last night when I went to hit end, my computer freaked the hell out. And I don't know what happened. It was kind of a sad thing because me and the nerdy ogre were having a pretty deep conversation about things. And, you know, he's a curious young lad. And hopefully I wasn't, misguiding him, because I always tell people when they have questions about things to go see a priest. But now, let's see. Let's put this invite in and maybe I can lure my brother on. I've been thinking about him. Well, I'm always thinking about him, so we can get Hunger on here. I just got back from my doctor's appointment. It went very well. Very well. So, happy to say. That's always a good thing. So let's go over to here to Facebook and let's find Phil Boyle. No. Let's go here. There he is. Hopefully, I think this computer might just be dying. Or maybe I need to look at the memory and make sure that, it's not just completely run out of memory. Okay, let's see. But yeah, it freaked out last night. Me and Nerdy Ogre were talking, and I went to say goodbye, and the computer made like that weird, weird like the sound it makes in what's it called? Kind of like the sound it made in oh damn it! How can I forget that movie with Neo when he's like actually looking into the computer and it's making that weird, sound? That's like the sound it made, So hopefully it wasn't a deja vu, and I'm getting ready to wake up and find myself in a pod being kept alive by, the liquefied remains of other humans that have died. Okay, there's Steam trying to open up. Steam, no one told you I had anything to do with you. Go away. And the Gilded server, which I don't use, I need to actually at some point come in here and like get this computer and go through it and really just delete a lot of shit. That's what I need to do. Because I have a feeling that this computer is packing a lot of programs and stuff on it that don't need to be on it. And I don't know if that's causing a problem or not, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt to get rid of it, I did manage to get all my buildings primered up. Howdy, Shadow. You are the folks, by the way. You say howdy, folks. Yeah, you're the only folks. I hope your game went well last night. I was up till pretty late talking to Nerdy Ogre about theology. trying to understand where he's coming from on stuff, And then we start talking about the downfall of the internet atheist, which was pretty crazy. I mean, I don't know if it's like Dawkins, Thunderfoot, Amazing Atheist, all those guys that 15, 20 years ago, they were constantly online talking serious shit. And then next thing you know, sexual accusations, which I don't believe are true for a second. And then the next thing you know, boom, they're all gone. So, which I don't know what that's supposed to, like, what is the message we're supposed to learn from that? Oh, if you're doing the atheism thing, don't go atheism plus, because the feminists and the people who believe in all that neo-Marxism shit will eat you alive. And that's what happened to Thunderfoot and all those guys. They invited the feminist brigade into their little atheist party, and they got wrecked. So, so interesting times. So your game was good. Good. I used an army builder to build what I could remember that I have for the Imperial Guard for Epic, and I've got like 2,000 points. So the guy who told me how to go about doing this to save money, I need to link his video because he's 100% correct. Now, I don't know if it's the army everybody would want to play with, but it is well over 2,000 points for relatively, I mean, remember, we're talking Games Workshop here, less money than I could have paid, by shopping the bargains and making sure I get the things I actually need instead of fumbling my way through. So that's the wash I put on the buildings. And of course, when this wash is done, I'll do the stained glass windows and everything. I might even hit it with a little bit of some ghost white just to make it a little brighter. But I'll tell you what, one of my favorite Vallejo Express colors, I use a ton of this on everything, is space gray, which is so weird because it's blue. I mean, it's 100% not gray. It's blue. And for what I'm doing right now, I actually mix it 50-50 with Templar white, which is, the express color white or holy white, whatever. But yeah, I don't know why. I'm just a really big fan of the weird kind of blue. But there he is. I was wondering if I could summon him. Hello. Are you at Mom's? Are you at Mom's?
No, I'm at my house. Yeah, I have woods and stuff too.
Oh, really?
Smoking some chicken.
Smoking some chicken.
I'm the Smoke Master 3000.
Smoking some chicken and hanging out.
That's right. I'm getting ready to take my ass inside. Sit down. This is my sneak room.
Someone from Washington, D.C. calling me.
You know where
I
you
am, and I thought I would talk to you because I haven't talked to you.
you
Spent
know
the
where
whole
you
morning in Orlando.
did you have fun?
No, I mean, went up there and talked to doctors. Damn, you're going after those chips, aren't you?
I ate one.
Oh, it sounded like you.
Those munchos.
Yeah, I don't know what you were doing. It sounded like you're getting a little nuts over there. Shadows says, "What's happening, Mister Hungar?"
What's up, Shad? Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah, I think this computer is getting ready to need some shit done to it. Maybe it's going to need hard drive defragged or a bunch of shit deleted.
Has it been acting retarded?
Yeah, it's been super tarded lately. Like yesterday, I went to turn off the live stream and it just glitched the shit out. You know the sound it made when like Neo was taken out of the pod and Matrix, that weird, that's the noise it made.
Hey,
I was like, oh shit.
I'm going to bounce off of here and set up my laptop and join you there.
Well, yeah, if you're cooking and you got to concentrate on that, do that. I mean,
Now I'm going to set up my laptop. I've got those things just started. It's going to take 4 hours.
Okay, well, good.
There's
I'll
pound
see you then.
chickens.
Then I will see you then. All right. So I just put the day because not sure what I want to talk about today. Probably epic stuff, honestly, just because that's what I've been working on so much lately is trying to get all my terrain and armies done. And of course I did what I said I was going to do. When I got a little money saved up, I ended up picking up a dark mechanical army, probably about 2,000 points. And I used that guy from YouTube. Gee, I need to look him up because I keep calling him out, but I don't call him out by name. Hey, Bubba, what's up, homie? I need to look him up and so give him credit. So what I did for my dark mechanical army is, there's Vince calling me a reprobate. That's weird that it went over here, but it didn't do the ding thing and let me click join. What's up, homie? Did you call me earlier?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I was sitting in the office talking to my doctor.
That's okay.
He
You don't
was not
return phone
happy.
calls anyways.
I am terrible about that. He was like looking at me because he used to be a lieutenant commander in the Navy. And he's just like, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, because, officers.
Yeah.
I told you that I dressed up in my Captain Kirk uniform once. And I went in and I told him that he had to salute me because I outranked him. And he's like, no, according to the stripes on your sleeve, you're a lieutenant commander too. And so am I. And I said, but you forget, I'm a line officer in command of a starship. That makes me a captain to you, good sir. And he's like, you're right. he's like, you're right. You're part of command crew. So as a doctor, you outrank me, even though we're the Navy's weird. It's like it's like if you're in charge of a ship, no matter what the ship is,
The other day,
you're a captain.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask him why he did.
Yeah, why didn't you get on Doom the other day?
I slept a lot because I've been dealing with grief.
Grief.
Oh, okay.
What grief are you getting,
man?
Well, because of our, Hispanic friends issue. And my mother-in-law, who I like very much, I'm going to see because she's dying.
Oh,
Oh, man.
So I got to go see her Friday.
I like her. She's cool.
Yeah, right? And then the fact that it looked like for a minute America was trying to turn into a banana republic.
Yeah, I ain't worried about it. I live in the mountains.
Yeah, but I will never be cool with people just gunning people down for nothing.
Yeah, it just makes it a target-rich environment for me.
That's just the most un-American shit ever,
I'm not crazy or anything.
Hungar, we would never say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
check it out, bro. Check it out. I got hair.
Does that come over?
Yeah. See, I can do a double come over. Watch.
So, I mean,
now
you
I've got-
asked me what's up, and I tried to tell you, and then you immediately talk over me and start
Now
acting
I've
like
got
a-
thicker hair.
You hear me?
Yeah,
That's what
because
you
that was depressing, and we don't want to be depressing.
Oh no, it's okay and normal to be a little sad when shit like this happens. I'm not depressed. I'm sad because, sad things have happened. There's nothing like unnatural about that. Just sucks. But, I'll be okay. So I got the Dark Mechanicum.
Nice.
And I did it the way the English guy said to do it.
That's
Which-
right, Bubba. Do it my Randy Quaid do.
Which means I saved like tons of money. Because apparently the way you save money if you want to build the Dark Mechanicum is you buy the normal Mechanicum box, which is like a 2,000 point Mechanicum army. And then you buy a couple of the walkers. And then you just, you're done.
Dean Powell, yes, I unlocked the nerd look.
You are done because, really the only thing the Dark Mechanicum has that's different than the normal Mechanicum is the Stalker tanks.
Yeah.
So depending on how I paint the figures up, it could be a Mechanicum army, loyalist, or a Dark Mechanicum trader army, just depending on the paint jobs I put on them. Randy Quaid.
Hey, have you got any extra Mark 6 30K Marines?
About 80.
Send them to me.
Nah, I probably won't.
I need them
What do you need them for?
for my World Eater army.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you. Remember all those Baltech figures I sent you?
Yeah.
When you send them back, I'll send you the Space Marines.
That was over 30 years ago. Let it go. You got doubles of every one of them now. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, you remember all those the sailing ships you were talking about, James, that you wanted to get rid of?
Well, I didn't want to get rid of them.
I
but
double up.
You mentioned
I double
that
up on
you
your
might
deal.
use them.
I double up on your
I
deal.
mean-
As soon as I get my original orc battle wagon back with my little Stotling hanging on the flagpole that your lovely wife threw against the wall and shattered to unrepairable, then I give you your BattleTech shit back.
I posted a thing on my YouTube that says happy 25th birthday since mom found you in a dumpster.
I sent that
And
to
I put,
you. I sent
and I
that
put
meme
next
to
to
you.
it to my brother Hungar.
I sent you that meme of a cake that said happy 25
Well, you shouldn't have, because
happy 25 years since mom found you in the bin, and said if my brother was planning my birthday party, this would be the cake.
it would. Yeah, I had Hungar convinced for the longest time when he was young that mom found him in a dumpster. Not just any dumpster.
In the
It was
ghetto.
a dumpster in the dark side of town.
And that just reaffirmed that she chose me. She didn't have any choice with you.
You know, that's a good comeback, actually. Well, you have always been her favorite. Mainly
I'm just
because you've
happy.
been the most pain in the ass.
I'm just happy that our parents raw dogged with you, bro. Because you're my favorite.
Yeah, she's always kind of favored Hungar, but mainly it's because
I'm better
he's
looking.
the biggest F up. So
I wasn't an F up.
that's the problem with actually having your shit together, is people don't worry about you. You know? Like Pops never wakes up in the middle of the night and says, I wonder how my boy is doing.
All right.
And Hungar.
So James, when you start going through your garage again, I'm looking for classic 1700, 1600, 1500 sailing ships. And I'm also looking for like World War II battle cruisers and stuff like that.
Oh, God. Not sure I want to get rid of the World War II stuff. I just started making it.
Oh, okay.
Like,
that's where you gotta get your 3D
I
printer
just
off.
started adding the zeros on the deck of the Akagi.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Don't show that. Don't show that to left.
I've already showed it to left.
If freaking like that Lonely Island song, just in his pants.
Jizz in my pants. Jizz in my pants. Jizz in my pants. Okay, most of the ships I have are slightly larger than this.
Oh, yeah, that's too big.
Well, this is a man of war Bretonian Corsair.
Oh.
And all of the ships I have are pretty much bigger than that because they were made for the selling war game that Warlord Games came out with a while back.
Oh, okay.
Little
we use something about inch or an inch and a quarter long. About like
you're wanting stuff that's far smaller. You're wanting like one in 1800, and those are like 1 in 800 or something.
Yeah.
So they're not very whatever.
Well, that's what I'm looking for Dave Con. I'm gonna print out a big maybe a 6x12 or an 8x12 roll out vinyl mat that's 1 inch squares or 1 inch hexes, and then have a simulated battle out there on it. Have my car do Don't Give Up the Ship on it, and then I'll probably look for something for Mike Carr, like a World War I aerial map of the French countryside or something, so that he can fly his planes around for Dawn Patrol on that.
Patrol. What a good game.
See, that's what you're going to miss if you don't come to DaveCon, you weasel. You didn't come to goddamn QuestCon and see me.
See, here's the problem, though. You called me a weasel?
Yeah.
I'm into that shit.
He's the Jews.
The mustelid family or Mustildae are my favorite family of animals, including humans.
Yeah.
Like I like weasels and minks and stoats and ferrets.
Possums.
They're not in that family, but
They're close enough.
No, they're not close enough.
You kind of come and died at the Druid's Lament. You know, I
Dude,
ran that line.
If I could be any animal, I'd be an Amazonian river otter, and I'd just be out there murking freaking caimans all day long. Like, yeah, you want to step to me and my posse, bitch? That's right.
I ran Druid's Lament, and I only killed one on the final day. That was the last thing I did. I killed somebody.
Yeah, you sent me a thing, and you're like, you're missing out on Warhammer, and I was like, I ain't missing anything.
They're playing Warhammer, Star Wars. They're doing all that stuff.
Oh, Star Wars Legion is a pretty good game.
Yeah.
I just hate that uses proprietary dice.
Proprietary dice is the worst.
Yeah, there's no need for that shit. But
I got bitches all on.
did you see anybody playing Warhammer, but really, really small Warhammer?
They were playing everything, man.
Because I might even get rid of my Blood Angels 30K army.
No, you won't.
I might. Because I have a Blood Angels 30K army. Except it's 8mm instead of 32.
Well,
Go ahead.
Though.
With that
Go
all
ahead and
said,
sell-
that Canadian reprobate right there, the Snow Mexican or Canuck or whatever you want to call him.
Go ahead and
It must be nice being a product of an American education that all you can come up with is Snow Mexican. Like, really?
Hey, bro.
Like, you could do so much better if you had just an ounce of wit. But sadly, everybody saying American must be some kind of Mexican.
And you know what we say every Alamo Day?
What's that? Remember Canada?
Fuck the Mexicans.
Fuck Canada?
No.
Hey,
fuck the Mexicans.
Hey, bro, go ahead and sell my undead space elves if you want.
You're going to say, but send me the Space Marines.
And half of the money.
You will get...
You will get nothing, and you will like it. This ain't Caddyshack.
Back off these nuts, because you get none of these.
Wow, you guys are clearly related.
That's right. I just
You're gonna talk to the patron saint of hookers like that?
The patron saint of hookers.
Look
Only
up
you
Saint
would
Nick.
know that, Hungar.
Look up
Only
Saint
you
Nick.
would know
He
that.
is Saint Nicholas. Santa is the patron saint of
It
hookers.
depends on which Saint Nick. Let's not get into all that.
The
I
one I
spent 3 hours talking theology with Nerdy Ogre last night. I'm tired.
I saw that. I was going to come back, but I was too tired, and I was like, fuck.
I don't blame you. I was tired.
The one I portray.
I finally had to
patron
stop
saint
telling Nerdy Ogre 15 years ago. YouTube was overrun with Thunderfoot, the Amazing Atheist, all these assholes. And everything you're saying that has already been said, and in most cases debunked. I said, so you're not saying anything new, bro. You know?
Hey, but at least you got him to talk about
as someone
something
who's
besides
not an
palladium.
atheist, I can assure you debunked is not the word I would use. I would use that the counter arguments tend to rely on because God said so. And that's not a debunking.
Not
that's just
true.
faith.
Watch Professor Lennox. He eats them alive every time. And he's a
okay.
professor in mathematics.
I was talking about hookers, okay? Not
And he's
all
Irish. And he looks
Whatever.
like he'd be fun to have a pint with.
That just sounds like he's bad at math then.
All right.
No, he's actually wonderful at math.
I'm out of here. I'm going to go play probably Don't Give Up the Ship or something like that with David Wesley and crew. So you
Okay.
guys have a good one.
Oh, what name dropper. Ooh. Well, you go have fun with your celebrity friends, mister.
Yeah,
Later.
right?
Hey, I'm just telling you who's going to be there.
Whatever. No one cared. Bye, you fucking braggart.
All
I
right.
don't
See
even
you
know
later,
who
you
that-
reprobates.
Hey, it don't matter to me because I don't even know who that is.
That's because
no one knows unless you pay attention to this bullshit in the OSR, and then everybody fucking knows.
Actually,
Bye.
the only people who know who those people are people who bought that 2-disc Darkmoor set.
Ouch.
I actually really don't know what the OSR is.
Stay
Nobody
that way.
does.
No, stay that way. Protect your virgin mind.
Yeah, I
never
like
cared.
my answer better. No one actually knows what people
Oh, that's
are.
true too. They actually argue over what OSR means. Like
Everybody's
Jesus.
always arguing about OSR this and OSR that, and I'm all like, hey, this is what I play right here. This is all I know about my game.
I'm Dungeon Master, your guide to the world of Dungeons
I don't
and
care
Dragons.
if it's basic, advanced, 2.0, 3.5, 5.0, 4th edition. I don't care. It's all D&D to me. If it's Shadowrun, Palladium, if it's freaking Pathfinder, guess what? It's D&D.
Wow. That's very enlightened.
That
You know,
reminds me of that one Nigerian guy.
That one Nigerian guy?
Yeah.
Why, you
Which
gay?
one
One
is that?
that person dead in the eyes, like I'm looking you and said, "Why are you gay?"
Because it's all, no, it's everybody puts
Come on,
such a
Gary, you had to
freaking,
have seen that, right?
No, I've never seen
people
that.
always put
Oh
such
my
an
God, a
emphasis.
Nigerian guy's interviewing like this lesbian, and the only thing he says is, "Why are you gay?"
But
And
you
We'll
she's
get to
like,
talk
"Well,
in a minute,
I'm not
Hungar,
gay."
but you've lived with him and know him, so you're probably used to not being able to speak.
yeah.
And well, no, Hungar's been talking enough. And like, so the gay person says something, and then you can see like the wheels turning, and then the guy says, "But you are gay." And the guy's
Yeah.
like, "No." And then he's
She's
like,
like-
"Well, why are you gay?"
She's like,
And it just kept going on and on and on.
she's all like, why am I gay? And he's like, because you're gay.
Because you're gay.
Should I call you Mister?
Yeah, because she asked him, "Why do you think I'm gay?" And he's like, "Because you are gay." And it's like, what is going on here?
We've all seen that video.
Oh, that guy. Apparently, he's like a big time news guy over there. Like, and that was an actual news interview where they were trying to figure out why this person was gay.
Okay, I gotta explain myself to all these guys who are saying, "Why am I gay?" And no, it's not like that. Okay, guys, I just call it D&D because people put too much emphasis on the system and not the game itself. We're all role playing. We're all there to have a good time. It really don't matter the system. So
Yes,
when I'm there to play a role playing game, I'm there to play a role playing game. It don't matter which one it is. Don't matter the system. I'm there
that is true.
to have
You
fun.
You are
Role-playing.
steadfast.
Yeah,
So
you're also there to be disruptive and ruin the
Not
mood.
always.
And try and take every moment for yourself and never let another character have a moment of their own because Hungar's got to be in it. You're a
Not
spotlight
always.
stealing attention horse, sir.
Not always. And I stopped doing
Just with
that
me.
shit.
Just with me, then. Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Okay,
stopped
no,
doing that shit, motherfucker. You're beating a dead horse.
No, I'm not.
The horse is
Your
dead.
reaction alone tells me the horse is alive and well and defensive.
No, because it makes me feel bad because I feel bad about it. So are you just trying to make me feel bad and hurt my
Oh,
feelings?
buddy, I forgave you a long time ago. I still love you, Hung.
It's like
We're
I
good,
feel
bro.
bad about that. I've realized that I went on there and I was just a complete and total ass. That's why I bowed out of the game. And you just had to bring it up all the time and make me feel
Oh, no, I'm not talking about the Codex Albana game. I'm talking about Cody's game where I was a player. Remember
I
that
feel
game?
bad about that too.
Well, then you should, because you were a kill stealing, scene stealing motherfucker that night.
Yeah, well, now I wasn't as bad as Brian.
Brian was the worst. The two of you together was like fucking oil and explosives with a match. It was just like, what? This is going to explode and it's going to stick to us. Fuck. Why?
So that's what he does.
In its own way, it was fun.
Well,
worry.
in my game, he's a good player.
Well, it's because he's scared you're going to tag him in the balls or slap his sack or something. You
I
know?
live 1,000 miles away from him.
No,
Yeah,
you know what he says he's going
play
to do to you one day when he
table,
sees you.
bro.
Hungar.
When he actually said it, my table-
Colostomai, you know, like he's explained it. He's explained it, your brother.
Yeah.
No, man, I don't worry. I hold zero grudge. I just think it's funny to poke your fucking gears every now and then.
Like one time he started trying to show everybody memes.
Sorry, everybody, what?
Memes.
Oh, well, that's
If
he's a
y'all gonna
purple
pick on
creature.
me, I'm gonna go back to smoking my chickens.
Smoking, is that code for something?
No, I got some chickens on the smoker.
Oh, nice. What kind?
Yeah, whole Purdue free range.
No. What kind of smoke? Like, are you doing hickory? You doing mesquite? What?
Mesquite.
Nice.
From the window to the wall. I got mesquite balls. It's from a.
Hey, Shadow, how you been, man?
Hey,
It's from a
just
long time
Cindy
camping
days go
trip.
freaking waxing idiotically.
Just
Well,
listen.
why don't you intelligent up the conversation then, buddy?
Because
If we're too idiotic for your highfalutin ways. The fuck is falutin, by the way? Where does that word come from?
Hello,
for fuck's
William.
sake?
no fucking clue.
Falutin?
Falutin.
Oh,
That's from the Old West, highfalutin.
Yeah, but what do they
Yeah,
mean? What's
but,
falutin?
I mean, is it an actual word or did somebody just invent it?
Is it a way of saying fluting or flouting, maybe, and they mispronounced it, you know?
It's like,
Yeah,
You flout yourself, you know? You can always flout your achievements or you can
And
flout your accomplishments.
and I think that's where it came from. We're look at that highfalutin gentleman, where
There we
people are
go.
like, I think that's the concept of the word.
There you
Well,
go,
I mean,
Shadow. Is that intelligent enough of a conversation for you? Looking for the origin of common words? Yeah.
Let's never forget the at least
Alamo.
1 year internet argument about Huckleberry and Hucklebear.
Huckleberry and Hucklebear? What's a Hucklebear?
Hucklebearer, the
Hucklebearer?
handle on the side of the coffin is called a huckle.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Why
So
do they call
when
them
Doc
tall
Holliday
bears then?
says, "I'll be your Hucklebear," is he saying berry or barrel?
This
Bear.
is Barry.
He's saying Barry.
Okay.
Barry.
I'm your
Good.
Huckleberry.
Good. Good. I'm glad you all think that because that shit was an argument on like every forum for like a year.
Turn on the fucking subtitles. You'll be blown away how when the script gets translated over to a movie.
People
It's
aren't
amazing.
that smart.
You can't
Magic.
trust subtitles.
So, Shadow, how'd you like the game on Monday?
It was good. It was good. I was, trying to figure out where you're going and like when you decided to do the time thing. Was that before or after the thing happened?
Oh, no. It was most definitely a reaction to their bullshit. Absolutely.
Okay.
That's the
That's
thing.
kind of what I thought, because, I've never seen players like try to get in each other's way to sacrifice themselves.
Dude, I think it was Sven.
Flabbergasted. Both two
Sven-
characters trying to be the one to die. It's like,
Sven sent me, man. It was Sven that sent me the message saying, my favorite part was watching you lose control. And I'm like, where did I lose control? I lost no
there
control.
is no control.
Notice, I showed up with one intent: let them interact with each other and see what happens.
Yeah.
Secondly, when they start to break up into just degeneration, notice not one authoritative NPC showed up to try and get them back on track. In fact, the NPCs contributed to the chaos.
He was like in that one movie, Let Them Fight.
Let them fight, exactly. Let them argue, let them debate, let them get up each other's ass.
But I was also trying to figure out, between last episode and this one, was Janet like, because sometimes that happens when people, get tired of their character and they want to make a new character or, something like that, because Janet's new to the hobby. So I could see how she's like, yeah, this character ain't working for me, but she's playing the character perfect. So
I don't think so. I think you're reading aged gamer into her stuff. I think she still loves her character and is absolutely
Yeah, and she's not that new. She's been playing in Bruce's game for over a year.
Which, if you look at the amount of time he normally plays, and she plays in 2 of his games a month, that's the equivalent of like 17 years.
Yeah, because when Bruce runs a game, it's an 8-hour.
8,
Not
12, 15.
Yeah.
I'm used to playing like every day, for 6-8 hours a day. Prior to Jackie being born, I literally played every freaking day
Isn't he
for
15?
many.
Well, I mean, when you're in prison, that's all you can do.
I've never been in prison. So much smarter and wiser than that.
You don't
Just
know
because
what
just
lesson.
just because my little brother's doing 400 years doesn't mean I've done even one day.
I was
I was the
invited
smart one.
into a game today. I went up grocery shopping and I had my D&D shirt on. And one of the kids who works in the meat department as butcher, him and one of the other girls, she's been wanting to play and he's running a game. And we always talk about D&D every time I go up there because they're like, you've been playing since, forever. I'm like, yes. So they're like, dude, he's like, I'm going to run a game. And it's the first time I'm running a game. Do you think you want to play and maybe help me run the game with the rules and stuff? I was like, what system? He's like, 5e. And I'm like, I don't know 5e.
Hungar,
Yeah.
hear me clearly on this. This isn't an attack. This is just your friend
If I
passing
do-
advice to you.
Don't be
If you
disruptive.
play in this kid's game, don't make him regret GMing forever because of you being Chaos Monkey.
No,
Be the
if
good
I
monkey.
was playing in his game, I would not be like that. I'd be
Good
like,
man. Be the good monkey.
I would be there to help him out mostly.
Good.
See, I got a better idea. The next time you go up there and they're like, hey, do you want to get in a game? Tell them that you will get in a game, but you're going to run it and you're going to make characters for them. But don't worry about it. They're going to have a blast, right? And then when you show up at the game, bring Twilight 2000 and just throw them right in the shit.
Well, there's only one experienced player.
He's trying to recruit new players, not traumatize them.
Do not do what your brother just suggested.
There's only one experienced player, and he's only been playing for about a year or so.
That's even better.
No,
And
it's
all that kid does is golf and play D&D and cut meat.
man, that sounds
Okay.
actually like an amazing life.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Like if I could have a job where I cut meat and it covers my bills, like that's the one thing. As long as I'm able to live my life
Oh, meat cutting.
and then
pays,
play
right?
D&D and get outside and go golfing. I don't even golf, but I'd love just to go out. I'd be like sucking at it, but I'd be like, oh yeah, par 3
And
course. Well, I'm 18
especially-
over because I keep putting the ball. You know, like, fuck
right?
it. But you're outside.
Yeah. Golf is a perfect way to run an otherwise a great walk. But anyway, the other thing is the night before the game, be sure that you watch The Road. So
Hey,
that you can
GCG.
really get in the mood.
I've never even
Quickly.
seen that movie, and I know that's a bad idea.
I would just watch Red Dawn beforehand.
But what is wrong with you? Like, I need to know, James. Are you worried that there's more people coming into the hobby? Therefore, you must tarnish them immediately to get them out? Like what? We're gonna play magical elves and dwarves. I hope I'm a wizard. All right, here's your M16, and you're in Poland, and the nukes have fallen, and dysentery is a problem, and there's no food, but there are people you can eat, and good luck.
Right?
I just wanted to be an elf. Suck it up.
Also, your character has 4 points of permanent radiation poisoning.
What? I just wanted to be a rogue.
When it hits
Well, you're
10,
stealing shit, aren't you?
start bleeding out of your butt and die. Good news.
Yeah,
News,
that's
everybody.
that's just mean. There's just no word for how mean that would be.
I'm going to do that to my group at some point. I just
That
have
group
I
of
love
experienced players, and
I
they
love
pissed you
Twilight
off. They
2000.
deserve it.
just at some point, I'm going to hand them out characters and be like, here's the deal.
As long as I'm the pig man.
Yeah, I'll let you pick the heavy weapons guy. I made
That's
3
what I
of them.
played in Twilight 2000 back in the 80s.
I mean, one of them's got a M240B, and one of them is carrying a 203 because he specializes in grenade launchers. And
I would
then
love
the
to shoot
other
one of those
is-
automatic grenade launchers. That would just be. I'm thinking about buying a grenade launcher for the AK. You can
I
get
mean,
those
you can buy them, but why? The GP30s? I mean, it's like, meh.
the 40
Yeah,
millimeter.
when we
little-
played, I couldn't have an M60, so I had a PK that we
Nice.
scavenged off of a rather fucking airstripped fucking bomb to shit column that had moved through the area, and we went and scavenged it for shit. A lot of ammo.
The Russian grenade launchers fire 30 millimeter grenades.
Fire what?
30 millimeter grenades.
I'm sorry, the sun bouncing off of your brilliant white beard there, my Lord and Savior, is really blinding me with divine energy.
It looks like his shirt has a halo.
Yeah.
It does. But that is something important to note, that's why it's called a GP30.
Yeah, but bro, you've had the joy of firing a grenade launcher, and I've never fired a flashbang, and I'd really like to.
I mean, I did fire a 203, and I did hold it wrong, and it did break my nose, I think.
Quickly.
But it was fun, wasn't it?
No, getting smacked in the face with a rifle, that's not fun.
You were there when I got smacked in the face with a 12 gauge.
That was fun.
It was fun when it happened to me, but not you.
Yes.
You
That's how
You
physical comedy works.
guys like to say slurs.
I'm with you, Hungar, because I took the a kick from a 410 in the face when I was like 13.
I was like 15, 16, and I was firing a shotgun for the first time. I'm used to 22 where you just lay it on your hand and you're like, pop, pop, pop. So I laid this freaking 12 gauge single barrel on my hand, pulled the trigger. That son of a bitch came up, caught me right between the eyes, and then the barrel broke down and the shell ejected and hit me in the forehead.
Okay, that's funny. That didn't. I just got the fucking bat, but you got the extra humiliation, so that's perfect.
And my loving brother James, did he come to see if I was okay? No, he fell over laughing.
I knew you were okay.
What'd you expect? I mean,
Have you
I
met him?
expected to shoot that 12 gauge without it hit me in the face.
well,
Yeah, I remember that one. That was the one that had the barrel pinged in so that when you fired like buckshot through it, there was like zero spread.
Yeah. James is positively glowing. He is, George.
Literally.
because he's pregnant, so
In the gentle words of the Virgin Mary, come again?
What is that from?
Snatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Connell's people were in it.
Connell doesn't have any people.
Me and
Connell's,
be quiet.
both of Connell's people are in it, the Irish and the Gypsies.
Yeah, they were all in it.
Well,
I don't even believe half of that.
I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go back out to my grill.
Take care, Hungar. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for showing up and being a good sport about all the abuse that I threw on you.
Hey, I'm used to it. I've got an older brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love you, bro. Shadowwell, Bear, always good to see you guys.
Take care, Hungar. Enjoy your chicken.
Everybody in chat, good to see you, man. Be
bye,
good.
Hungar.
Peace, love, and chicken grease. I love the Heckler HK. I had a HK 40 caliber I carried for a while.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
drunk.
just the company is just lost their ever-loving mind.
Yep. HK, they think their stuff is way better than it is. And they think that they should be able to charge you for as good as they think their stuff is and not, how good it actually is, which is not very.
Back in the day, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's like,
I had an MP5 and I liked it.
yeah, I had a G3. Well, actually, it was called an HK91 because it's civilian, and it was a great rifle that they copied from the Spanish set me. But now, buy Glock, you'll be happier.
I've got one.
No, I'm just saying that to everybody. If you're
I was
in the
actually thinking
market
about getting a
for
second one
buy
until
Glock, you'll be happier.
I was thinking about getting a second one, because the vests I wear, they've got twin shoulder holsters. But
Jeez.
with, pardon,
This is a geesh, man.
but with Newsom's freaking insanity, and one of my nephews is a cop, and I know if that was legal, I'd be the first house he'd come to, like, hand over your gun, be like, come and take it, bitch.
So the
You
RCMP here, they don't have shotguns in the patrol cars. They have MP5s.
nice. I mean, of the two, I'd rather have the shotgun, but still nice.
Yeah, nothing says like, fuck off, like that. I mean,
Like racking that 12 gauge. That lets
no,
people
no.
know.
I mean, with the 12 gauge, you have the option of not making somebody guaranteed dead. Depending on the shot that you're loading out. But with something like an MP5, it's like, yeah, you're dying. You know what
Yeah,
I
but
mean?
with a shotgun, you have multiple ways to guarantee that somebody will be dead.
Sure, but they don't go first thing is just fill it full of deer slugs. You know what I mean?
No, you got to put birdshot first.
Right.
You
Right.
put birdshot first so that when you fire down the hall at the home invader, when he starts screaming, it helps you zero in so that you can put the buckshot where it needs to go.
Yeah.
The double op,
Yeah.
as they call it, which is the equivalent of like 7 9
I
millimeter.
have anything to declare?
like
Coco,
that.
I declare I am ready for today's Savage Sword game.
You don't understand the reference, sir, clearly.
No, I don't.
It's from Snatch. Do you have anything to declare? Yeah, don't go to England.
Yeah, the one guy. I thought you guys invented the language, but none of you speak it.
None of you speak it. Avi.
Yeah, Ivy.
Yeah, I have no
And
intention.
then you had the crazy Russian.
Maybe I'll go and visit my Canadian brothers up north for ClareCon one of these days.
Yeah,
Other than
right.
that, what do you mean? Yeah, right.
Boris the Bullet Dodger. Why did they call him that? Because he
dodges bullets, Avi.
Yeah. James, take the Tylenol. No Tylenol for me.
What's up, Cal?
Yeah, that
Did you
movie,
see, by the way?
It's on my bucket list.
Did you
that
see
movie
the
is definitely one of the best movies that came out in that era,
I'll just shut up.
I think. Do. Dark mechanic.
Yeah, I heard that earlier. Yeah, I'm not likely to buy anything GW anytime soon. Maybe some old stuff, but just by the time I have a shop, God only knows what'll be, uh, floating around. Take care, Cal. Almost had a TPK in Bloodworth's game last night. Okay, that was weird.
Yeah. I absolutely, apparently, I vanished, then came back. Well, I mean, I'd never try to tell you what you should buy or whatever, but I mean, I'm pretty excited to get the Mechanicum stuff.
I don't even know what army that is, to be honest. It's been so long.
They're the tech priests of Mars.
Gotcha.
So, in addition to in the 30K era having a bunch of men of metal and all that kind of shit, robots, they're also the guys that actually build the Titans.
Okay, I remember them.
So, guess what? You can take a lot of Titans. But if you play Dark Mechanicum, which is the army I'm building, they have all these crazy giant spider tank looking things. So, yeah. But like I said, this English guy, who I need to actually look him up at some point and like rep his channel, he has a whole channel on how to build new Epic Imperialis armies for the lowest amount of money. And he's dead on. He's dead on. Because people were complaining that in order to put together a decent sized army, it cost $1,000, etc. No, I have 2 armies that are over 2,000 points, and it didn't even cost a tenth of that. So,
Oh shit! I was going to ask Bear something.
oh, he vanished and then he came back. The bear came back the very next day.
Hey, Bear. Remember I asked you the other day about art?
Yes.
Okay, and you quoted me a price.
I said if you're doing a one-page black and white image inked, if they're charging you over $100, they're fucking gouging you.
Really?
How much do you think Marvel and DC pay for one page of pencils and inks?
No idea.
Maybe 125. So if some fucking yobo artist is trying to charge you what Marvel and DC or more than what Marvel and DC pay, don't fucking waste your time with that person. They're gouging. Especially if they're not doing the colors.
I don't want color.
$100. If they're not doing the inks, 75.
I want black and white, ink, Conan-esque fantasy art for the Savage Sword module I'm writing. I need some,
Yeah. So that would be, I'd say, for a full page, $100.
I think he said it was 11 by 17. I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't know where it is now.
Can't be 11 by 17. That's legal. That's legal size. That's nothing prints at that size, unless they're folding it in two to make a booklet. I guess I don't know.
I could be way off on the measurements. So I'll have to double check.
This is why I like the European system. A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. It's really simple. Basically, you take the first one, you fold it in half, and that's the size of the second one. You fold that in half. That's the third. That's A3. Fold. You know what I mean? Like, it's so simple. And you guys, well, fuck, But it's 9.25 by 10.75. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
In spite of all that, we've been to the moon.
Yeah, have you though? Have you really?
Yep.
Seems to be questionable.
And
we've
also
I thought it was 11 by.
on
It was
11 by 17 is legal. 11 by, or is that ledger? Could be ledger. 11 by 14. No, 11.
What's up, Death Angel? Yeah, I'm going to check out your show this weekend, but I've got a D&D game that usually ends about
ledger. Sorry, 11
8:39.
by 17 is ledger size. My apologies. You are right, Death Angel.
My game ends about 8:39 Pacific time, so we'll see what happens.
Death Angel lives in the same state as Hungar.
What, delusion?
Well, Tennessee.
Why is Shadow so big?
So what?
Because apparently I disconnected fully from the stream,
And
but moved Shadow to the daddy's chair.
well, I was there, so I left to come back in and try and reset it, but then I just put Shadow over there. Shadow, reload the page. Reload the page. It'll take you out, slide James into the command spot, and then you'll come back.
Can't James do that on his own?
Yeah,
That would require James to stop
it.
painting for a moment and use his hands. Don't. Come on.
I mean, I who cares?
No, but we care because it's your show, sir.
Nope.
Let Shadow back in, please.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's the boards. Comic board size would be 11 by 17, absolutely. But you reduce
Well,
it down
apparently,
to 6 by 9.
we'll see if he wants to rejoin. There he is. Okay. Took him a second. I was like,
Yeah, so
But
11
I
by
was
17,
painting
Coco's
two.
right. So when they do the art on the Bristol board for the comics, that's 11 by 17. So that could be what the guy's referring to.
Oh, sorry, I got the thing still on. Yeah, I could be wrong about the size, and he wants to charge me more if I actually keep the original.
Yeah, they always charge extra for the original, always. How much is he asking
I think two,
for the image or with the original?
just the image.
Fuck him, no. Show me the art style you want, and I'll put you in touch with some artists because that guy's robbing
Uh,
me.
uh, Bernie Wrightson,
That doesn't
Conan.
mean- Show me what part of English do you not speak,
That's why.
motherfucker?
That's
Don't
why I
give
followed
me
it up with
names, 'cause
Conan,
then I got to go look
Savage
that
Sword
shit
of
up.
Conan.
And if I'm trying to help you, my job is not to Google shit to help you. My job is for you to give me shit that I can go, oh, I know someone who can do that style, and put you in touch with them.
Okay, Bernie Wrightson, Savage Sword of Conan
Right
style.
back to it. Just right fucking back to it. I don't know who Bernie Wrightson is. I wasn't a Savage. I'm not a Conan comic guy.
Did you read?
I'm not you guys?
Did you read Swamp Thing?
No, I hated Swamp Thing. It was a stupid idea.
What about Tomb of Dracula?
Nope.
Frankenstein's Monster. Okay,
Nope.
all right.
Sorry.
what we
Now,
have
if you said
here
Michael Golden or George Perez or Art
value of
Adams or
community.
Buscema or
John
fucking
Buscema's good. He's
John
my second.
Byrne, I would have been like, I know who all those people are.
Buscema and Ernie Chan, best partnership ever.
You think so?
I would counter with Wolfman and Perez and Claremont and Byrne.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Savage Sword.
Well, I don't give a fuck about Savage Sword. I thought it was clear.
Well, I don't care about
Well, that's
anything
fine.
but Savage Sword.
That's fine. You can.
Yeah.
Now, the only reason I don't like Conan is ultimately it was a roommate I had who was like such a fucking he was a freak for Conan, and he had like the entire Savage Sword collection and all the Marvel. And every time we moved like 3 different apartments in that period. I was sharing a place with him in college. We'd have to lift all these fucking comics every time. You know,
Yeah,
it's just-
you can barely see them, but behind me on the third shelf, all the
Sumerian.
colored books.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the Conan trade paperbacks, Savage
Nice.
Sword full run.
nice.
That's
Now, he had the individual issues, magazine size. Remember those?
Yeah. That's. I had most of them, but over the years, not so
Had a
much.
stack of those
With
bastards.
the omnibuses. One of the next omnibuses I'm getting is going to be, since you mentioned them, is the new Teen Titans from back in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
The great series. Great series.
Superheroes are gay. And
You're
lame.
You were just getting ready to run a superhero game.
I'm still going to at some point.
With the,
And
Why don't you wait for the Invincible game to come out?
I didn't like the show.
I've
that
literally
much.
painted scores of various different superhero figures.
Mhm.
Like I think this is supposed to be Black Cat or Black Canary or Black somebody.
Uh-huh.
She's a super thief. You know, and then
Probably
I haven't
Black Cat.
painted him yet. But you guys know who this is, maybe. Bear knows who that is.
It's hard to tell what is on his shoulder.
Crowbar.
Is that? Yeah, I can't tell who that's supposed to be.
That's Bill Butcher
Still, no idea.
from The Boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've not seen that.
He's the guy that's out to kill all the superheroes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I what the hell?
Except in later seasons, he starts injecting the V and it gives him a tumor and whatever, you know, and a bunch of things.
And that
happen.
was Black Canary you held up.
Black Canary and Bill. I held up Bill Butcher too.
I thought
And
you
then,
were
of
one
course,
that-
everyone's favorite,
No idea who that is.
Starlight
Oh, cool.
or Annie. She is
Does your Billy Butcher have a beard or is he clean shaven?
who?
Your Billy Butcher.
He is got the beard, a crowbar, his long
That's TV
jacket.
bullshit, and that's not from the comics. That's the TV.
Yeah, that's what I wanted because
Yeah, it's fine.
that's Keith Urban or Carl Urban, and he's awesome.
Keith Urban,
Like
someone
this one,
else.
Coco.
And then a guy I know more about than I ever wanted to. But I got the miniature.
Who's that?
Black Noir
Okay.
with his two little daggers. He'll be easy to paint.
Oh, dude, that's the level of art you want? No, 200's a great deal. Take it. I'm looking at some Bernie Wrightson art right now. If that's the level you're going for, fuck, that's a steal at 200.
Okay, sorry.
That's insane levels of detail, man. I mean, look, here, James, I'm going to share my screen if you want to pop it up.
Yeah, the guy seems really, really decent. You know, he's local, etc. I don't want to like run at him like you're trying to rip me off. I don't know shit. You know,
Well, you
and his
also
art,
need to provide more information because I'm sharing a screen right now of some of Bernie Wrightson's art, and
he's one of the best.
it's not that he's one of the. He's very good. Obviously, he's very talented. I don't know if he's one of the best. He's just very talented, but he's super detailed. This level of detail, you're paying for that kind of detail, man. I mean,
Yeah,
look at the hatching in
the
this.
name of the guy that did Big Guy and Rusty.
Oh, can't remember. Yeah, no, dude. For 200 for a cover, yeah. You
He also
stole.
did Hard.
Oh, it's not going to be cover art. It's interior.
No, but if he's doing this level of detail, it's quality. You could use it as cover art. Is my point. You're getting cover art for 200 essentially. Fuck, this guy's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the same guy that did Hard Boiled Bear.
Hard boiled.
Yeah,
I remember that vaguely.
Yeah.
So sorry, it's a big guy and Rusty. You said
Big Guy and Rusty and Hard Boiled. I think his name might
the
have
comics.
been. Yeah.
Comics.
remember
Big
him
guy and
doing
Rusty. Big guy and Rusty. The comic book series are the same. And Frank Miller,
Frank Miller.
and it was drawn by Jeff Darrow.
Yep. And the detail in that is crazy.
Well, that'd be Jeff Darrow then, not Miller, because Miller's art is shit.
Well, what were you thinking at only 100?
Regular fucking comic art.
Like,
Yeah.
Like regular comic art.
okay.
Like, you have to understand that if that's what the guy's going to do for 200, take the deal, because that's $300 and $400 for a piece by something like that normally. So you're getting a great deal. How much does he want for you to include the piece for the physical?
Like 3. But he's
Total
willing
3?
to, yeah.
Take the fucking 3 deal, man. That kid's going to eventually get somewhere and become famous, and that piece will be worth money.
Yeah, I thought about that for a minute, but I don't want to be motivated by things like that. I want to be
Okay,
motivated.
fine. That's going to look amazing framed on your wall, and people go, "What's that?" Oh, that's the art from the.
Yeah. That's I want what I'm putting out to look good. You know, right now I've got some AI that's not crap. You know, but I wouldn't mind being able to intersperse it with, black and white line art. Conan-ish stuff, because it's what it's supposed to be. It is out in the desert, so that's going to ease up some of the, outdoor shot detail. But there's going to be plenty of interior, underground and in ancient temples and shit like that. So,
Yeah, but are you going for splash page with each of these?
I don't know yet. It depends on what he comes up with.
What you really want to do, if you want interior art that you're going to space throughout the text, you want to do full page, half page, and quarter page.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get his prices based on that.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to pay full price for a quarter page piece.
Oh, no, we already talked about that. Do you remember? Well, you probably don't. But back in the day when Heartbreaker did Mutant Chronicles and Warzone and stuff like that, they commissioned like 8 paintings that were gorgeous. But then they would take little tiny bits out of one painting, like 50 images, a skull here, some barbed wire here, and use that for their Doom Trooper card game. And they kept using that same, series of like 8 paintings for the next decade. They would just find, different ways to crop it. And I'm like, I don't want to do that either. I would like some decent stuff, but I've seen some games that like Doc's game and uh, Total Party Skills using just free stuff that's out there. I don't want to do that either. I
And
want
I'll
some,
never do that. There's all these people going, you could just find all that random. Yeah, okay, then why am I bothering publishing something? Might as well publish it without art if it's going to have the same art that other books have.
Mhm. Yeah, I want something personal, and right now he's reading the what I've got for the modules so far to hopefully inspire him to come up with something, or start to get the vibe and the feel of what I'm putting out there, and then we'll talk turkey. I'm going to try and get like a package deal, like 10 images for X or something like that.
Does he have a web page or something?
I don't know about that. He's got a YouTube channel called Bat Merc,
Bat Merc?
Battmurk, where he draws his stuff, and
No, let me take a look. Hang on. BATMURK, Bat Merc.
two T's.
Bat Merc, the metal cartoonist.
Yes.
All right. Going to his channel. Does he have Fund My Comic and 3 more links? Okay, he's not bad. He's not Bernie Wrightson good, but he's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's fine at $100 a page. That's fine. Yeah,
I like
he's
to get
good.
all my art from DeviantArt.
I learned one thing in my life. For every 10 deviant artists I worked with, 1 was deliverable and the rest were all flakes.
Yeah, me too, Daryl.
Yeah, he's not bad. Not my style. I have nothing I'd use him for, but if it works for you, man.
No, I figured, he has a process. I get to, help him throughout the process. The thumbnail, the pencil, the ink, etc. Where I can say, hey, I need more of this, less of that, kind of thing.
No.
And he's local. Same state, place I used to hang out. Seems like a decent fella.
Hey, he's from California. Are you sure?
Family guy, that sort of thing.
But whose family?
Well, his own. He's got a son and daughter, and seemed like a decent guy.
Yeah, because no bad people ever had kids.
Well, no, we know, but we've talked, and you can get a general good or bad impression, after a couple hours.
That's fine. I just love it when someone goes, "He must be a nice guy. He has kids." Really?
I don't
That's your
believe in
barometer.
your general impression thing because, you've been hanging out around me.
I've been hanging out with you for years.
So, I think your general impression thing ain't working.
Technically, we've known each other for years now, Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck was I thinking?
I don't know.
Sorry, James.
You were bored. There's nothing on TV.
Who's this long-haired, freaky-deaky looking motherfucker?
It was like,
what? It's funny. When I started doing YouTube, I thought there would be like more like long hairs out there, but no, man. Everybody just friggin' said, "Fuck it."
Yeah. Well, when your hairline is making a strategic retreat to your ass, you don't have many choices.
hello, man. What's up?
We had talked about.
Yeah.
We had mentioned the possibility.
Do you want to order food? I've been in the middle of a spreadsheet, so I didn't even get off when I probably should have.
Oh, my goodness.
None of us are going to touch that, James. We promise.
What are you in the mood for?
I'm not sure. That's what I was going to ask you.
Well, we've got a little bit of pork and onion and vindaloo sauce. I can make us some vindaloo.
Okay, I can make this frozen meal. That sounds dreadful.
Well, here's the thing. Figure out what you want and then let me know. Because until I know what you want, there's nothing I can do.
Cue the Joe Jackson music.
Which song? Breaking Up?
Why don't don't we do the Italian
You
plate?
can't get what you want till you know what you want.
Oh, okay.
That's easy peasy.
Okay.
What do you want? You want their spaghetti and meatballs?
Nope.
Or you want a sub or you want a salad?
Salad.
Okay.
She's making me hungry.
I just ate. I'm
Cod
good.
salad, I think they got.
Do you want the Cobb? Is that the one you want, or the antipasto?
I want the one that I said.
So I think it was chef. You want the one I got last time?
I want the one that comes with eggs.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I need to know, babe.
Thank you, my love.
I shall make it so.
Thank you.
Want blue cheese dressing with it if they have it?
No.
Okay. I'll try to get you Italian there.
Yeah, I've got French dressing in the fridge that's low fat, low sugar, and all that. So I might think about being a little healthy today. But anyway, see, that's what I need to do. I need to teach my wife how to play Epic, and then I would never have to leave the house or talk to anyone again.
Thanks,
Nice hair, Lex Luthor, Santa Claus. It's spelled as a legal clause. But that leaves out one. Oh, nice hair. You're nice hair, Shadow. He's
That's what I
Santa
figured.
Claus, and I'm Lex Luthor. And you know what? I'll take it.
I'm obviously not Santa Claus. For one
The
thing,
Earth brother?
Saint Nick didn't have a beard as big as mine. And for the other thing, the Santa Claus you're thinking about is Odin.
You knew exactly what he meant. You don't have to be a pedantic fuck about it.
I
That
want
was just mean. That was just mean, James.
Nope. I want to be the old guy with the donkey named Number 9 that showed up on occasion to talk to Grizzly Adams. No, you guys remember that guy?
Yeah, I do. I actually saw the movie in the theaters before it was a TV show, or was that after?
Mm. Or maybe I want to be the guy that's in the Skinning Bears
Okay, leave my people out of this.
and tricks Jeremiah Johnson into getting trapped in a cabin with a Kodiak. That was pretty funny. I love that man. He finally finds his 50 cal repeating rifle. This is like, I got killed by a bar, but I killed the bar that killed me. My only prayer is that a white man finds this rifle. Like, God, okay. All right, dude. Just throw it out there. And then they burned his house down and killed his son and his squaw wife, and he went on a murdering rampage. Pretty much. Yeah, Grizzly Adams. That's more my style. Grizzly Adams or a hillbilly. In the Army, I had a nickname for a little while. It was Speak and Spell, which was a really mean nickname. But the thing was, everyone made fun of me because of my thick Kentucky accent. So I started working really, really hard to like not have an accent. And everybody started saying I sounded like a Speak and Spell when I talked.
I just vape nicotine 6 milligram. I think 6. I'm on 6.
So
No, I'm on 8 because they ran out of 6, so I had to get 8. And then this one's 3, so I don't know. It's weird. Like I 3 is my one I want to do now.
Yeah.
Actually, I got to read the label. Hang on.
And then when I came home and I talked the way I
6.
taught myself to talk, they were all like, "Why are you talking that way?" And it was like, yeah.
So
Like
So,
someone
yeah.
put an R in the word wash.
Wash.
Yeah. and they spell worship with a U. So on Sundays, they go to church to worship God. And then there is no letter I. The letter I is pronounced ah. So you don't say ice, you say us. Us. Which sounds like ass. And that can be very confusing for people.
Who is it? Which people in the States that say milk? They don't say milk, they say milk, like it has an E in it.
Milk?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where that accent is.
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard that.
It's up north. It's a northern state for sure.
It could be Maine. It could be Massachusetts. I mean, Boston's got the craziest accent. I mean, you know, depending on where you are in Boston, you're either listening to people with thick Irish accents or thick Portuguese accents.
Boston's not a real place. Even though I've been there, I don't believe it exists.
Right? In architectural or engineering classes, they show pictures of Boston as a what not to do when you're.
So it's urban planning classes, and it's at Columbia University in New York. And for their masters, they either go to Montreal or Boston, and for their undergraduate, they go to Boston or Montreal. But they use both cities as examples of how not to design fucking cities.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
okay.
So how do you pronounce Worcestershire sauce?
Yeah, because I don't buy it.
W sauce. That's how
Worcestershire.
That's how this guy I watch on TV calls it. He calls it W sauce. You know, throw a tablespoon of that good old W sauce in there. I call it Worcestershire. But I don't know where I learned to call it Worcestershire. But I have heard some people call it Worcestershire, and I'm pretty sure that is not correct.
Worcestershire.
It's supposed to be like Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. That's how you say it.
And apparently it's just fermented
raisins
stuff.
And raisins.
Yeah, it's like there's a bunch of stuff in it, and including fish.
Yep, that's why I stopped using it.
And then it's fermented for like a very long time. And then, you add a teaspoon of it to basically everything.
And Red Hulk, I usually play thieves, assassins, and magic users. Well, actually, no. I usually play fighters. Never play clerics. I usually play fighters because everything else has been taken.
Wash your sister sauce. I always play fighters. Generally lawful good.
Oh, Paladin. Hi, Paladin or Bard?
I will never play a Paladin.
And that's okay. No one's asking you to.
Yeah.
Paladins are fun. I've only played a couple of Bards.
If they did.
Worcester. It's not. It's Worcester.
I mean, where was Worcestershire sauce even made? Is that an American thing?
Worcester? No, it's British. Leon Parents?
Not a lot of shires in the States either.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on up in New England. I mean, those guys are up to some wild shit.
So Worcester is a county in England.
Yeah.
So that's where the name clearly comes from.
Yeah.
Worcestershire. Sorry, Worcestershire. My apologies. Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce. Now that I don't know the origin of. Worcester sauce is blah, 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 invented by pharmacist John Wheely Lee and William Henry Perrins in the city of Worcester, in Worcestershire, England, during the first half of the 19th century. So British, Leon Perrins.
Yeah, apparently the first cast they made, it was completely awful, so they put it in their basement and forgot about it. And then they found it like 5 years later or something and decided to give it another go, and it was amazing. And they're like, okay. The Romans had a name for it. They called it garum. And it's basically just you take a bunch of fish and you put all those fish in a barrel and you throw a bunch of salt in with those fish. And then you leave the barrel outside in the summer heat for about 3 to 6 months. And then you strain it. And the clear liquid you get out of it, that's garum. And it's used as a condiment on pretty much tons of different dishes. I have garum in my counter. It's very expensive. I mean, you have to buy it by the ounce. Like, of course, you buy it by the you buy everything by the ounce. It's liquid, but what I mean is, this shit is like when you buy it, it comes in a big fancy glass bottle from Italy, and you can buy. It's like perfume, you know. Do you want the 8-ounce bottle?
Yeah, it does sound pretty awful.
It's absolutely delicious, but it smells like kind of rotten fish. It's
I
a
don't
weird-
like most fish when it's good or fresh. So
It's a weird thing, and I saw the one dude on TV that always cooks ancient food, and he was talking about garum, and so I decided to get some, not knowing that it was like $10 an ounce, and so I got some of the highest class garum you could get, and one of the main things they used it as a condiment on was like meat. Like if you had like a roast steak or something, you would pour garum on it. It was a very Roman thing to do. So, yeah. And Worcestershire sauce is basically just a modern version of garum. And I love it. But, you know. Almost done with these buildings, painting them at least. So happy. I'll be able to put them on the table and then stomp on them with my Warhound Titans. Be like, ha, you thought you could hide your infantry in a building, but I have a Titan. Titans beat buildings.
yes, they do.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to end up getting any other Titans. I mean, I've got 4 Warhounds. I don't think I'll ever be able to fill the ones I have, you know?
I'm a big fan of the Reaver.
Well, I mean, that's a good general purpose, you know. In this game, they're called assets, unless you're actually playing a Titan Legion, because of the whole if you want a Titan to be part of your army, that means you've got to send somebody to talk to the freaking Mechanicum and, you know, cut deals and, you know, fondle scrotums and shit. And then hopefully if you do all that correctly, they might loan you a Titan. Or if it's something big, a cohort. But yeah, it's just not something everyone gets, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They're rare. As a matter of fact, the Mechanicum, who even though the emperor tried to get rid of religion, remained religious, and the emperor let him get by with it because he needed them to build all the war machines and shit. They considered like the Warlord Titan to literally be a god machine. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it's a representative of the divinity of the Omnissiah. So, yeah. I did see on, and this kind of tweaked me out, and I know that Bear doesn't give a shit, but Shadow will. Some guy on eBay for like $100 was trying to sell an Imperator Titan.
Yeah, that can't be legit unless that was a starting auction price.
Maybe. But you know the one I'm talking about, right? The one that had
Oh yeah,
like it
people
carried
in it.
like infantry divisions in its legs, and it had like
Oh
a
yeah, yeah. I've got two of them.
starship cannon.
I've got two of them somewhere. One of them's still on the is still on the sprue.
Right. The problem though is it turns out 6 mil versus 8 mil, there's a huge noticeable difference.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't think 2 millimeters would be a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah, but when you multiply it by many times, you're talking at what uh, almost 50% difference. Almost.
Yeah, because 28 versus 32, they fit right in. They're okay, you know? But freaking 6 versus 8, they look like midgets. They're like half the size. It's just not even like, this is an 8 mil Bane blade, right? Look at how big this chunky monster is.
Yeah. The 6 mil is about. I could go get one, but I'm not gonna.
It's probably less than half or around half.
Plus, that one, it looks like they added some stuff to it.
Well, it's based on the modern Baneblade kit, so it has a multitude of different hull guns you can mount to it.
No, I don't mean that. I mean like
Turret guns.
some of its chassis and its overall bulk.
Yeah, it's a super heavy tank.
No, but I mean the old metal ones were
I'm gonna head out, guys. I got a game to get ready for.
yeah, me too. But I got a little bit. Take care, Bear. Thanks for the advice.
No worries. Good luck with that. Bye, James.
Bye.
The overall the basic frame. It looks like that one has got like multiple sort of plates or.
Well, it's more detailed, which you can do at a higher scale, obviously.
Right. Well, the original Bane blades were like just treads and one like box, in between the treads, and then
Right.
on top of that was the turret. That looks like it's got sort of a step pyramid kind of thing going on more so.
Well, you've got the hull, you got sponsons. On top of the sponsons, you've got turrets. Then in the front, you've got two guns on the front slope. Then you've got the turret, which has a gun and a guy hanging out with a machine gun. And then on the back, you've got the exhaust pipes and the extra fuel tanks. So, yeah. One thing I didn't know, this is something I didn't know. Maybe one of you guys knew this. I didn't know this. Apparently, the Lehman Russ tanks that the Imperial Guard used during the Horse Heresy didn't have sponsons. It just wasn't a thing.
I'm trying to think
Of why Lehman Russes?
of the epic, the original epic, because that was Horus Heresy.
That's a Lehman Russ. Notice no side sponsons at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the way they were in the original metal, 6 mil scale.
Yeah, I guess the side sponsons were added later.
Yeah, because they could. They so many things. Like the Rhino / Whirlwind. They were just very little. Slap something on here, slap something on there. You
Well,
got
the Rhino become everything. The Rhino become the Rhino, the Razorback, the Predator, the freaking Whirlwind.
yeah.
I think there's a Rhino variant that's like an anti-aircraft weapon. I mean, it was like basically like our 113. If you could strap some shit to it, they were doing it. And then, of course, there's the one Predator that only the Blood Angels get. the bow predator. And the Mechanicum are still pissed off about that because the Blood Angels found an STC on how to make a bow predator. And the Mechanicum was like, we want that. And the Blood Angels commander, Dante, is like, yeah, too bad. It's ours. But you know what the big secret of it is? It's got a faster engine. That's starting to look really good. A faster engine, twin mounted assault cannons in the turret, and you can also mount assault cannons in the sponsons. So it's just like a fast Rhino with a shit ton of assault cannons on it.
What do you think of the fire on the back? Is that looking fiery?
It is.
I found just the right yellow ink for the
I
tips.
use the yellow ink from Army Painter speed paints because even though they say it's yellow, it's actually orange.
Yeah, Zealot yellow. Yeah, I didn't use any of that for this. I just used a Bombay India ink for the orange,
Wow.
and then Bombay India ink for the yellow, because I wanted the clearness. The fact that it's on clear plastic to, kind of work right, and
Yeah.
trying to just like paint flames like on this thing, his sword, it's not really having the same effect because it's opaque plastic.
The only Bombay I have around here is Bombay Sapphire.
The color?
No, the gin.
Oh, okay. I haven't had a drink in years, so
That's okay. If we ever meet, we'll make sure to tie one
Yeah.
on.
when I quit because of Jackie. He when he was a little kid, when people got drunk, it scared him. Because he was 3, and a bunch of folk come over for his 3rd birthday, and they, within a half hour, everybody's crazy. And from his perspective, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So,
Well,
That's
I mean,
all.
I imagine you probably had like some Hell's Angels over and whatever, and
no, it was just his family.
they were
Uh,
misbehaving.
yeah.
Oh, drunk Mexicans are even better because generally someone ends up stabbed at some point.
Yeah, no. This family, they're very nice. They never even argue or anything,
Yeah.
even amongst themselves or anything. Just got to wait a couple more years till he's 21, and then we can have a drink together.
I have ran on drunk stabbed Mexicans twice in my life. And one of them was really stabbed. And they were
Really?
all stabbed by like the people they lived with,
Yeah.
who were other Mexicans. But the one I say was really stabbed, like when we got there, his shirt was just blood. You know what I mean? So we couldn't tell what was up. So of course you cut the shirt off with your paramedic shears, right?
Sure.
And then we grabbed a bottle of normal water, right? And we poured it on his chest, and it washed the blood off. And as soon as all the blood, we wiped it with a big freaking like 8-inch by 8-inch bandage, wiped it down. And as soon as we did that, there was like 12 holes that started leaking. It was like, oh God. It was like, and it was over like they were gambling and drinking on a weekend. These, Mexican guys, and somebody apparently didn't like a hand that they were dealt. I don't know what the hell happened, but they stabbed the shit out of the air guy. The good news is that the blade was maybe like that long, It's like a pocket knife, One of them pulled it out. And then the other time, basically the same thing, but only 2 stabs instead of like lots of stabs. And when you run on a guy that's got that many stabs, you don't try to bandage each stab. You just get the biggest freaking pressure bandage you can and stick it on that shit, tie it up, and get them to the ER.
Yeah.
And let them deal with that shit. Now, the craziest call I ever had, I will never forget, that was good, is I was standing out back of the ER, taking a break from the nurses, who are all a bunch of whores. And this car pulls up, and this black guy in the back seat of the car, he opens the door. He's like, "Hey, man." And I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Can you give me a hand?" And I'm like, "Sure, what do you need?" And I walk over to the car, and he's like, "Man, I just got shot and I really need help getting into the ER." I was like, "What?" And so I grabbed this guy. He's a little black guy. Think like, Chris Rock or something, right?
Mhm.
And this is back when I was, much more fit. So I snatched this guy out of the back of the car and I carry him in. And sure as shit, he's got a hole right through his freaking arm, like in and out. But it was little, it was tiny. So I'm thinking somebody either shot him with a
380
.22 or 380 Hor pistol or something.
or pistol.
That's what I've always called 25s and 380s Hor pistols. But and I'm like, "Dude, what happened?" And he was like, "Dude, I was just at this party with a bunch of guys, and I was talking to some chicks, and all of a sudden, some guy walked up, just shot me." like at a party with some dudes you didn't really know, throwing game on some chicks that you don't know, got shot. Yeah, you don't gotta be, you don't gotta be Detective Holmes to figure out what was going on there. So, yeah.
Someone
he
had
was a
some
good
insecurities there. Yeah.
We wrapped him up, no problem. But there was kind of a problem, is that apparently he had a couple bench warrants out. And anytime you get a patient in the ER with the GSW, you have to call the cops.
Yep.
Or they get really mad at you. So he ended up going to jail for some shit he had done probably, a year before. But because he got shot at a party, I felt bad. I mean,
That's why I don't get shot, Dean.
I dropped the building, so I'm over here looking for it. Yeah, he seemed like a nice enough guy, so I kind of felt bad for him. I was like, "Damn, man. Go to a party, get shot, and then go get thrown into jail. That's not a good time." But I do remember on his right bicep, he had an AK-47 tattooed. So probably was into some shit he shouldn't have been into. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell a lot about people by their tattoos, and if they got an AK tattooed on them somewhere, it's like, yeah. That in Russian, an AK tattooed somewhere is to let people know you're a shooter. That you're not
Makes
above
kind of perfect sense.
people, Yeah, getting shot. I've never been shot. I've been shot at a lot, but for some reason, either God didn't want me and the devil was afraid to have me, because I just kept surviving.
You had more shit to do.
Yeah. I honestly, when I was in my teen years, I seriously thought that I would probably die around 20 something.
I think we all did, or at least those of us who got out and did stuff.
And then I just kept living. Shit kept happening. I kept surviving it. This is like, okay, I guess that's what we're going to do. And then I had kids and marriages and all kinds of things. So I'm glad that God let me live through all the stupid shit I did.
All right.
Heavens knows he didn't let all my friends survive. So, but
Yeah, I've literally outlived every one of my friends except one, and he's like at least 4 years younger than me. So, but even some of the other friends of mine that were younger than me, I had a friend just pass away a couple months ago, just out of nowhere, just boom.
Well, like I told you, I had my best friend in the whole world, right, Marcus,
Mm-hmm.
and he threw a clot in his sleep. pulmonary embolism. And I mean, literally, he could have been laying on an operating table. He would have died. You know, if you throw that big clot
Yeah.
like that, you're done. And so now Tony is my second best friend in the world. And now he's got his port in and they're doing chemo on him and everything.
He'll be okay.
And see, Marcus was younger than me by a couple years. Tony's 3 months older. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I mean, I'm glad that God, for whatever reason, keeps passing me over, but damn, man. You know, sometimes I wonder, and this is a morbid thought, and maybe some of you guys out there listening have ideas about it, but I mean, is it easier to survive or to die? Like,
Obviously, it's
say
easier
a
to.
friend. You have a very best friend. Which is easier, to outlive him or to die before him?
Obviously, to outlive him, you got to do more shit. You got to pay more taxes.
I
Right?
would tell my wife I hope I die before her because I don't want to have to live without her.
Yeah, I know the feeling,
because
but that ain't
I
that
just
ain't.
be wandering around like covered in poops and leaves, and my hair'd be full of twigs and shit. They think I was a skunk ape. I'd be like roaming through the palmettos and shit. You know, because I just wouldn't know what to do with myself, you know, if I didn't have her.
You'd be eating off the dirty dishes, wearing dirty clothes,
Sleeping behind a 7-Eleven.
It'd be awful.
It'd be awful. And he would be there, not enjoying it either. Whereas if I die, you'll be fine. You'll have the dog. And hopefully I'll be fine too, but who
Bear no
knows?
longer want that.
Yeah, Bear's like, can I go out? You open the door and he's like, oh shit, it's a typhoon. Well, I mean, welcome to Florida. This is the time of year where every day at this time we get a typhoon storm. I love when people get worried about hurricanes and we're just down here like, it will or it won't. I mean, I'm not saying don't flee from the coast because obviously flee.
Yeah. The tidal surge is nothing to joke about.
Yeah, don't be an idiot. But on the other hand, we live in Central Florida, far away from any of the beaches, like an hour's drive from any beach. So typically, by the time any hurricane gets to us, it's pretty much dead, you know? Because hurricanes traveling over land, they just die. Except for that one that went across and then went back into the ocean and powered back up and came back. That fucker. I think that was Charlie, the one that hit north of Miami and let all the iguanas and shit out of the pet shops. And now South Florida is just loaded with fucking 8-foot iguanas everywhere. It's like, nice.
That's not good.
They pay people to kill them. But you will get the cops caught on you when you take the job. Because you're out on the golf course with your air-powered rifle, because you can't use a gunpowder rifle. You got to use the air-powered ones. But I'm talking the ones with the freaking tank, right? They're shooting like 357 rounds, you know, at like 2,000 feet per second. And, of course, when you're out there shooting these iguanas, every time an old lady or a Karen wanders by, she's calling the cops. And then the cops come out and they ask you what you're doing. And you say you've been hired by the golf course to exterminate iguanas. And then they're like, oh, okay. And they leave. And then an hour later, another Karen gets all freaked out. There's a guy on the golf course with a gun. And the cops have to show up. Because the one time they don't show up, you know, it's a maniac running around screaming Free Palestine and shooting people.
Like this morning, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of this Free Palestine thing. I'm starting to think that maybe just exterminating them off the face of the earth would be the easiest way to handle it. You know, I mean, definitely the most efficient, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people that have, thoughts about such a solution.
A final solution, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure right now people are like, unfollowed.
Yeah, I'm not advocating anything like that. It's case by case basis. Each person. Are they cool to
I'm
me?
just
Are they
pointing
cool
out it'd
people?
be easier.
Oh, certainly, but they can say the same thing about all kinds of groups of people. I ain't down with that.
Yeah, but right now the ones that are causing the problems are a specific group. And if they wanted to do shit over there, I would ignore them, but they're doing it here. And therefore I can't ignore them anymore, you know? Like you run up behind two Christian people and yell free Palestine and shoot them in the head. No, no more ignoring.
Yeah.
Especially when you're Spanish. It's like, what? Like, I don't know if you know this or not, but Palestinians do not like you. I love the pride parades where all the gay people are wearing the free Palestine thing. It's like, you fucking idiots. They would be chucking you off the highest thing they could find the second you land there. But I mean, do you, I guess. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, stupid comes in all shapes and sizes.
Apparently, in the modern day, it comes in XL with purple hair, mostly.
Yeah, it's kind of like chickens wearing KFC shirts.
Right? It's like, yeah. Yeah, those people on Twitch, they don't like asking me questions about that war. I remember one of them came on and was like, how do you feel about the genocide in Palestine? And I said, I hope Israel pushes them into the ocean. And he was not happy. And that's saying a lot because I'm not even a fan of Israel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of them either, but at a point, it's like somebody needs to do something about this shit.
yeah. I'm going to worry about my home country, state, city, etc. before I give two shits about anywhere else in the world.
Somebody said this, and I agree. America should just tell Europe and the rest of the world like that to F itself and spend all of our time working out trade deals and shit with the rest of the American countries, like from Argentina on up. You know what I mean?
I'm personally in favor of building a wall around the entire United States, like a mile high, and just letting everybody else just.
Nah, because if you build a wall around the United States a mile high, then you have to ask yourself, are you keeping people out or are you being kept in?
Both. Nobody in, nobody out for 100 years. See what happens.
I don't know. See, whereas me, the first thing I would do as president is open up negotiations with Cuba, start working on normalizing our relationship, getting some trade deals going, shit like that. Probably get rid of Madero. It wouldn't be hard. Make sure that the next government put in is friendly to us, and then buy all their oil, all of it. Make them billionaires. I don't give a shit. We're getting all the oil. We're already friends with Argentina. They already like us. And we're doing good with Brazil overall. I mean, we could create this massive, from pole to pole, trade block that would just completely crush the whole rest of the world economically, Like the EU, that you've got the EU, right? Well, what if we made an EEA? Or no, that's not right. It would be an AU. Yeah. We just told all the Central South American countries, whatever, we're not doing tariffs anymore.
But neither are they.
Neither are they. You got bananas. We love bananas. Let's talk about it. Obviously, we're going to have something you want. And then Cuba, I mean, I know they're communists, but the first thing I'd do is fly like a stealth bomber over Cuba and drop like 1,000 pairs of Nikes just right into the Havana or something. Just 1,000 pairs of Nikes, maybe some Chicago Bulls jerseys, because that's how you beat Cuba, man. Just culture. You just use the American culture, you know. Maybe drop a bunch of Blu-rays of the latest movies that have come out in the last, 10 years and shit.
But they got to have Blu-ray players and electricity. So
We'll drop those.
it's just drop a bunch of electricity.
Just drop whatever you need to drop. Batteries, whatever. I'm saying that the Cubans only know what they're told, right? So if we told another story, which is, hey, you could be our friends and be rich and have all kinds of good shit, I think that they would listen. I think they would. And then after I created the great Western Hemisphere empire, then we start looking across the ocean at what we need to do. Not the Bulls. Okay, not the Bulls. I guess my favorite basketball team ever then will just drop a bunch of Kentucky Wildcats jerseys down there. If it has to be NWA or NBA, I guess we could drop some Boston Celtics and Orlando Magic. I mean, the Orlando Magic jersey's nice. The black one with the pinstripes and the Magic, pretty nice.
I don't do basketball. Not
Me neither, really, but I'm aware of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but never a fan. Even though my grandfather,
I'm screwing up too. It's Cuba. You don't drop NBA things on Cuba. It's got to be MLB. Cubans love baseball.
Right.
So fly over Cuba and drop a bunch of Dodgers and Yankees jerseys and shit like that. Some gloves and bats. I bet you the people will be like, hey, maybe these Americans aren't so bad. You know?
Yeah, I just worry that, when you drop stuff like that in big quantities in like one big package, it's going to end up in the hands of a warlord or something like that, and it won't actually get spread out. You'd literally have to drop,
This is Cuba. I don't think they have warlords in Cuba.
The gang leaders, whatever they've got,
Yeah, I don't know that they have gang leaders. I think that Fidel's brother's been pretty good about managing that shit too. And I'm pretty sure that Fidel's brother, he's probably got his own catching mitt. So it's not like he needs to go out into the barrio and steal a freaking catching mitt off of some poor kid,
Mm-hmm.
You got a Magic, Kobe, and Shaq Lakers jerseys. Oh, nice. Yeah, Shaq was the great hope for Orlando, man. But the problem is, other than Penny, he just really didn't have anybody to help him out, really. I mean, plus he can't shoot a free throw to save his life.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets in the paint, if he gets up under the basket and paint, and you can get past to him, that's a score. Because he is just so big and physical, he's dunking right in your face, and you are going to stand there and smile about it. Because that's just basically all you can do, The guy's like 7 foot something, 300 pounds, and he's built like, whatever, right? Kobe. Everybody forgetting about Kobe. I was arguing with one of my buddies the other day because he's talking all that LeBron shit. I was saying, LeBron, get out of here. Yeah, Shaq was unstoppable in the paint. Nobody could do anything. he made other NBA players look like children. This guy was just like a head taller and big as shit, you know. So if he got the ball, he was getting it, you know. But Kobe was the threat from everywhere. Like, you couldn't leave Kobe alone. See, Shaq, as long as you kept Shaq away from the hoop, he couldn't do shit because he couldn't shoot for anything. But yeah, Shaq is a great guy. One
Never heard that.
I used to work with, Shaq hires him every year to take him out hog hunting and stuff, because Shaq's mom doesn't live far from me. Not that I'd ever go over or dox her. And Shaq, it turns out, is a huge fan of freaking hunting, fishing, looking for swamp apes. I don't know what in the hell they're out there doing, but he hires this guy that I used to work with. He was an engineer at the fire department, but his side gig was a wilderness guide. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Shaq come to the station a couple times, and you know, when you see him in real life, that's when you realize how big he is, right? Like when you see him on TV, you're like, damn, that's a big dude. But when he walks up and shakes your hand, you're all like, what are you, a Nephilim or something? Should I be looking for a sling and a stone? I mean, that dude is big. Like when he shakes your hand, his hand goes like all the way around your hand. It's the weirdest shit, because his hand is like that wide. So you're holding his hand like that, and his hand's like all the way around your hand. It's insane, man. I mean, but he has an SUV that he had made custom, where they raised the roof on it so that he can sit in it comfortably. And they would just go out fishing or hunting deer, or hunting hog, and he'd pay my boy, you know, to take him out to all the good spots.
That's cool.
Yeah, Shaq likes to hunt, and he loves his mama.
He does.
So, you know, just a really good guy. I've seen Shaq, like, somebody called the cops on a bunch of kids for playing b-ball on the street, and Shaq was a cop in that town. Like, I don't know if he's volunteer or what he's doing, but he showed up, and like, instead of like harassing the kids, he started playing ball with them. And then he told them all, like, for every one of them that could make a shot from the free throw line, he'd give them $100. And then those that did, he started handing out $100 bills. And those that didn't, he let them keep trying until they did. So basically, all those kids in that really poor neighborhood got a $100 bill and got to play ball with Shaq, who looks weird when he's got his hair grown out. Like, he don't look like himself, because he used to keep it shaved, but every now and then you'll see him with the hair grown.
I honestly haven't seen him in years.
Dude, I don't know how. He's dancing on TV with the general.
Well, I don't watch TV at all.
Dominoes people to death.
I haven't watched anything on TV, like regular TV, in 20 plus years.
Yeah, I don't watch TV either, and yet I still have seen these Shaq commercials.
When the TV's on here, it's on Telemundo. So,
oh, well, okay. I would not be surprised if Shaq was on Telemundo. And I'm being 100% serious.
If it happened, I missed it. Just I got nothing. I got nothing nice to say about TV. I haven't seen anything that I've wanted to watch.
Calm down, Mr. Negativity.
I'm too busy watching you jokers, you know?
Yeah. There's the one thing where, like, Domino's is doing some deal and all the employees have to be called in to work, and then Shaq shows up and starts telling them what to do. And, like, one of the employees is like, is he always here? And Shaq's like, I live here. It's just like, what? It's like, and then of course Shaq is the chaperone for a couple going to the prom. So him and the general, insurance are all like getting down at the prom. I mean,
Okay.
that's just what he does. He's in everything. He's everywhere. And apparently he invested heavily in car washes, coin operated car washes and shit like that.
Coin operated, really?
Yeah. The ones that you just pull up and put some quarters in and spray your
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like the automatic do-it-yourself car washes, and
I haven't seen one of those in years.
of course, we got them all over the place. And then Domino's, he's big into the Domino's, and then of course he's big with the general, getting people who shouldn't have car insurance. I mean, seriously, that dude is everywhere, doing everything. And on weekends, he takes my old engineer out to show him where to find pigs to shoot. So, I mean, an absolutely normal, down to earth guy. You wouldn't think because it's Shaq, but if you meet him, he is just like the most normal, down to earth guy you ever met. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'm kind of jaded, because some of the work I've done that, I expect people in and around Hollywood to be, you know, monsters.
Yeah, he's not in or around Hollywood. He volunteers as a patrol cop in Georgia, in some little town in Georgia. And he comes down to Florida to visit his mama and go hunting. That's what Shaq do. That is what the Shaq do. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I'm getting sick and tired of. And we're talking NBA here a little bit, guys. I'm getting sick and tired of all the people swinging on LeBron James' nutsack. The guy is not that good. He's not that good. Kobe would have smoked his ass. Jordan in his prime would have made him cry. And even Larry Bird in his prime would have made Kobe Bryant cry. If Larry started effing with him about his mom and telling him how he was going to go to the corner and shooting it in his face and shit, that guy would have cried. He wouldn't have known what to even do about that kind of shit. Imagine if they got him out on the court during the 70s with Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley would have freaking fouled him so hard he'd quit. He'd just quit. You know what I mean? That guy's a sissy, man.
He seems like he's not very bright. I'm just going to say that.
He's pretty stupid. He's pretty stupid, to be sure, but it's like his claim to fame is he's big. But I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, there's so many other players. Magic Johnson, that would just schooled his big dumb ass. Like I said, Bird. Because Bird was good, not because of his size and shit. He was good because he's smart.
Yeah.
He had amazing court presence. It was like at all times, Larry Bird knew where every one of his teammates was. So he could always get the pass. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what he did. He was actually, everybody talks about him being a great shooter, which he was. But in his games, he was a passing fiend, dude. That guy would throw passes. What's up, Brucey? Bruce? Yeah, Wilt. Yeah, or Julius Irving or McHale or Parrish. I mean, not even close. And Magic Johnson was just maybe one of the most talented players of his era. He was just, I mean, he needed to wrap that thing up because he ended up getting some AIDS. But I mean, other than that, I mean, on the court, the guy's a beast. And then of course, like I said, Bird. If you want to see something funny, look at old. They have videos of Larry Bird. What he would do is whoever they put on to block him, he would shit talk that guy so bad that the guy would want to quit. Like he would do shit like he'd get a ball or he'd be standing without the ball and the guy'd be guarding him. And Larry Bird would look this guy right in the face and say, I'm going to get the ball. I'm going to go over to the corner over there and I'm going to shoot it in your face. And the guy'd be like, nah. And then he'd do it. And then, and one time I was watching the guy who he did it to was talking about Bird dropped the 3-point right in his face. And then as he's walking away, says, I hope your mom ain't watching this game, bud. It's like, oh my God. You know, I mean, that is because Bird was playing that psychological game on people. Sure. You know what I'm saying? He was effing with them. And then, of course, yeah, the big boys, the sky hook and all that, you know. But basketball over the years has got a lot softer. Like they had to change the rules. Yeah, he was just smart. He just had it in his blood, man. He knew all where to pass, when to shoot, what to do, how to F with everybody. I mean, and he did it. As a matter of fact, the first time he ever met Michael Jordan was playing at the other end of the arena and they lost control of the ball and it rolled to the arena to where Bird was. And Jordan ran up to him and was like, hey man, can I get the ball? Bird threw it back to the other side of the arena. I was like, get out of here, kid.
I have no idea what you just said, Red Hulk. No clue.
But the reason he did that, it was later found out, is he knew that Jordan was going to be a superstar. And so he was trying to put it in his head that Bird was better before they even played. And the only time the Chicago Bulls ever got swept in the playoffs, it was by Larry Bird. So, but anyway, yeah. They changed a lot of the game when the Detroit Pistons decided that they couldn't stop Michael Jordan from just doing whatever he wanted. So they got a couple of guys, McHale and whatever, and they basically told them, every time Jordan comes anywhere near the paint, foul the shit out of him. And that's what they did. Every time Jordan got anywhere near where he would be able to take a shot, one of these three guys, the Detroit Bad Boys, would throw a freaking massive physical foul on him, right? So he'd have to go sit out for a while, but it didn't matter because there was two others waiting. And they got in Jordan's head. They messed him up because he got to where towards the middle end of the game, you know, he didn't want to go in the paint because he knew one of those bastards was waiting. And they were going to clothesline him or do some crazy personal foul, and it was going to hurt, you know? And so they intimidated him, and that's the year that Detroit won over Chicago. Did you turn that spaceship into a lamp? That's just the sun glowing off of my Jane Cobb wool hat, my toque.
Yeah, it's the same here, Daryl.
But anyway, I'll stop with the basketball. But yes, Bird was the king of the shit talkers too. Like even dudes who are still out there today, like Barkley and shit, they'll tell you that Bird, he would get up on you and just shit talk you up and down, left, right, and center, and just be on your ass the whole game. And, you know, if you were a rookie or a newer guy and you didn't know what to do, he'd just eat you alive. And, you know, and him and Magic Johnson hated each other until they filmed a Nike commercial together. And then Larry Bird invited Magic Johnson up to the house to eat dinner. And after that, they'd become like best friends. Pretty crazy, right?
No, Red Hulk. I don't do anything like that at all. James, I gotta let you go. I gotta take care of some stuff. Boy's gonna be home momentarily.
Yeah.
Good talking to you, brother. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Tell your boy to get on.
Yeah. I every once in a while he'll do a drive by, but he's just so busy with school right now. It's
School's more important.
last year of high school, and you know playing two musical instruments, JROTC, school newspaper, and all AP classes. So, but I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I got a game tonight. Have a great week.
Where you on tonight?
Savage Swords.
Nice.
Bubba's in it. Coco B's in it, and Melkor's in it.
Nice.
Yep, good guys. Take care, everybody.
I've had gummies before, Red Hulk. Only because me and my brother went into a smoke shop and he was like buying some kind of bullshit for his vape or something. And the dude behind the counters is like, "Have you ever tried CBC gummies?" And I was like, "No, I don't do that shit." And he was like, "Here." And he gave me like, it looked like a can like Copenhagen would come in. But yeah. He gave it to me for free, and I took it a few times, and I can't actually tell you for sure if it worked or not. But I mean, it didn't kill me. I don't know if it made me feel better, but yeah. Now, my buddy Tony, he swears by CBD oil. Like, Dead Rain. Anything is possible. I would ask you if you'd be interested in a Twilight 2004th edition one shot, but that's all of them. Because pretty much everyone always dies. Should I be concerned that my wife is constantly watching like shows about how to get revenge on your husband for doing something you didn't like? It's like, I've never done anything. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I need to start paying attention to what's going on around me a little better. But any hoozle, I generally don't ever play anything online, Nerdy Ogre. The only time I've ever played an online game is when I DM'd Conan 2.20 for Hungar. And alas, unfortunately, that has been deleted because I'm an idiot. And I got impetuous and I said, I'm going to delete all the videos on my YouTube channel. And I did. And now they're all gone. And this is why you should always think about things before you do it. Because there were so many great videos on there. Like I had a decent in-depth review for every Modifius Conan book, every one. I had reviews for like so many games. Now, gone. The next review I'm doing is Doc Flamingo's game. I've been reading that and taking notes down about what I like about it, what I think could be improved. And I've cut myself down to 4 games that I'm willing to run or play. Maybe 5. Star Frontiers Advanced, Traveler 2300, Baptism of Fire / Last Viking, and yeah, I think that's it. Oh, Marvel. I'm going to run the Marvel game too. So, yeah. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the only 4 games or 5 games that I have any intention of running, dealing with, whatever, from here until I don't know when. Huh. Implicitly, she's just, for some reason, maybe it's her Viking blood. She's like kind of big into like stories of revenge. So, see me, I've never done anything to her that would, necessitate revenge. Like I always say, I'm just basically the court jester in her kingdom, Or like in the Dungeon Soup commercial with the vampire, I'm like the guy that keeps screwing up and then like slapping himself in the head and apologizing. That's pretty much me. The woman said she's done being used. Figure it out yourself. It's always about like the family taking advantage of like one of their kids. And then finally that one kid snaps and like cuts the family off from like all of her money and stuff. And then the family gets really upset and they beg and whine and bitch, but she doesn't give in. And then sometimes she moves to another city and gets another job. They're all the same because they're AI stories. So I mean, I can't talk shit because at the same time I'll be laying in my room watching how some ex-US soldier that happened to find himself on a weird alien planet just knocked up a green bitch. And now he's got to be the dad. I mean, so it is what it is. Yeah, and that's what these are. She likes the justice stories where someone has been horribly abused for a long time, and then I don't want to say snapped because none of them ever end with people dying, but she just decides, F this shit, I'm out. And, okay. Sometimes I listen to them too, but they're not my favorite. Like I said, my favorite is Earth soldiers knocking up green or purple bitches on some alien planet. That's my favorite. I like those. Or aliens doing something stupid and the humans showing up and just exterminating the shit out of them. I like that one too. Humanity F yeah, I think is what they call those videos. And it's like, well, like the last one I watched, some aliens attacked a human colony and took a couple of young women hostage and then executed them like on TV so everyone could watch, to prove what badasses they were. But what they didn't know is like humanity had like, a massive fleet of ultra high tech warships and we exterminated them like completely to the point that like there were almost none of them left. And then we told all the other aliens, we don't start fights, but we finish them for good. And the other aliens were like, oh shit. And then there's the ones where they piss off Earth and Earth sends a woman to talk to the diplomats and her name is Baba Yaga. And the aliens are all like, we're not afraid of your myths. And she's like, okay. And then by the time it's over, she's completely destroyed everybody because, is she really Baba Yaga or is she just some kind of super soldier? I don't know. But one time she showed up to the alien thing, introduced herself as Baba Yaga, and then told them all they had 15 minutes to live. And they were all laughing at her, like, whatever, you're just a little female human, right? And then, sure enough, when the 15 minutes ran out, she killed every one of them. You know, like she produced some bladed weapons from underneath her freaking coat or dress or whatever, and literally just starts slaying folks. So, and that is the legend of Baba Yaga. So anyway, the doorbell and the dog barking should let all of you know that my food is here. Therefore, I will be leaving. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day.